Oops. Got to turn my camera over. There we go. Right, where are we? Okay, so I'm starting today to do a new, well, I did say I was going to do some development stuff, and this is what I'm doing today. Let me just double check you can hear me. Yep, you can, right, okay. So let me know if the window you see there isn't big enough. It should be. But basically what I'm doing is I'm we're looking at the Pandora. It's an open, it's open Pandora. It's basically an open source handheld, as far as I remember. Yeah, I think it is. We're gonna be looking at that. Let me just see whether it should be fine when I boot it up, and then we're gonna start to finish a game that I started porting about last year. Well, did I start? I started porting a while back, but the problem is it was trying to get the what was it trying to do with it? It was trying to get the dev tools to work properly. That was the issue. And I couldn't get them working properly until I finally managed to do it. And I can't remember what it was. There was something there. Like, I tried to use the dev tools on the device and that just wasn't working at all. It was quite frustrating, to be fair, but I finally did it. So let me just see if... Let's put that one, and I'm going to turn... It should be working. And that's what I need to do is... That's in, that's in. I'm pretty sure that was where I was supposed to do it. Give me a moment. Because I did get this working. That's that. Because the problem is you guys aren't going to see it properly if it doesn't. Device default. Let me deactivate and reactivate. Maybe that's the issue. Let me see. So I've got the cabling in. Do I need to put the yellows in where it should be? Maybe what I need to do is switch out the... I'm using S-Video, by the way. It seems to work better with that than it does with composite. Let's see if this works. It's not HD CP, is it? Or is it just because it's not thinking it's getting a signal? Maybe the issue is I need to get the splitter out. which would be irritating if it is, but at least to know it's working. Because it doesn't do it for everything, it just does it for certain things that need to be split, by the way. The only thing I hate about the splitter is how short the cable is. So this needs to go in here. And this can go in there. There we go. Right, so we needed the splitter. That's all I needed. That's fine. I don't need to view the device on the screen. All I need to do yeah, it's slightly out. Yeah, all I need to do is just because I've already got, I can see on the screen here, so I don't need to see on the screen on the main one. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put the audio jack in. Just so you can hear. Let me just double check you can hear. HDMI capture line in. Yeah, you can hear that, no problem. Okay. Right, that's brilliant. Okay, so let me just sort the size of this out. Okay, so it won't let me go any further down. Fine, okay. Right, so that's that fixed. So the editor, this is the code for zombie pox. Now, what I remember, I'm trying to remember what it was that I needed to do. I think for the most part it is working. I think what the Pandora has is it has like a PND system. So basically you pack it all into it's like a zip file, a specialized zip file. Well, I say specialized, but it's the way, it's like, I suppose it's like the way that Apple Mac has that app thing where everything's contained in that in that one app. It's the same with the .pnd. You put it in, and basically in the back end of Pandora, and I will show you where that is. Just put this back on. So if you go to, say, in here, open Pandora. You see in here it's got app data, apps, desktop menu, MIDI. So if I put the PND file here, it will appear on a desktop. If I put it in the menu, it will appear in the menu, and that depends on how we set the stuff up in the PND. App data refers to anything that it's like a shadow ROM, I think. So Is it? No, that's not the shadow room, is it? No. Anyway, so we've got all these, select Cocoa, Doom or Chromium. We go down in here. Yes, Chromium. It should be an action. And there's Cocoa Doom. And it basically just puts it already in the menu, so I don't have to think about it. I don't have to start putting it to certain places. I just put that one file in and it sorts everything out. And that's really, really good. What I need to do is I need to double check what happens when I run Zombie Pox. Right, there you go. Buttons aren't working. Why are the buttons are not working? Ah, because it's enter, not. Okay. Hello there, is it Cax Ipso 6? Let's go. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember where I'm up to with it, because it was last year since I last looked at it. Play. Let's just have a quick play, just so I can see it working. So X isn't doing anything. B does. I believe also if you press M, so the menu pops up there, so that the map pops up at the top left, so that works. I think what I needed to find out was whether it allowed the score to save. And the map gets bigger and bigger. At some point you do start getting brains with bombs with them that they kind of... they'll explode out with more brains to help you with the later levels. There you go, there's one. Oh no. So basically I got turned into a zombie, and because there's no brains on the floor, I die. Right. The good thing about this version is I can easily enter the name. That's at the bottom. Okay, so it looks like it's saving, so it might be okay actually. I'm just trying to remember if there's anything on this I just tested. I think this was a much easier port than the GP2X version. And that doesn't have a keyboard, so I had to kind of do, I mean, it's got loads of buttons, so I had to kind of do different things with the buttons. I think I was doing a version that didn't have the map, because I didn't think it was worth it. It must be saving. And this uses an old version of Allegro. I think it was 4.1. So when I first had to do it, I had to kind of go through all the deprecated stuff and change all the deprecated code to the new ones. Didn't take too long though, to be fair. See this bit here, this makes the map toggleable. Oh, so now I think you've got to hold down the M key, whereas before you didn't have to. So that was something that they put in, as in the original developers. But I'm not changing it because I don't like changing code if I can help it. The only time I'll do it is if it's required by the system. Creating map, creating zombies, we know that works. Humans are fine. Starting gameplay. Music mod's fine. That was a pain in the ass on the GP2X. It was something that it didn't kind of, the music wouldn't start. So someone managed to find out how to start and couldn't get around to let me know what it was. And it's taken me over 2 decades, oh no, not over 2 decades, a decade and a half to find out what it was. And even I couldn't recreate it when I managed to fix it, so... Update scores, that's that. Draw scores, draw help, credits. I think I've taken out everything that I've added to it. Right, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the Pandora. So give me a sec. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the game when it restarts, and I'm going to see if that save game is still there. If it is, it should be okay to go on this one. So I've hardly had to do anything. I think I was ready and I wasn't sure. But if that's the case, that's fine. That we can do something. We can do something else to port, and I've got an idea. Unfortunately, this doesn't let me do the screen out thing when it's rebooting. I have to manually put it on. There we go. Right, so first of all, back to games, action, zombie pox. We will check scores. You can see, I'm sure I got a bigger score than that. I'm sure I got 7 odd. Alright, let's try and beat 6. Let's get to 7,000. Try and get that brain before it disappears. Damn. Where's the brain going? It's one to the right. And it's gone. Might be a quick way of doing this actually. I did remember changing the code so that it would actually update to give me scores every 1,000 points, I think. But I probably need to play this anyway just to make sure that I can beat my own score, and it is saving. So if I beat the 7,000, because I don't want to change the code again if it's pretty much working. Also means I've got to get good at this game to do it. 3,000, but does it give me... It doesn't give me any score. In fact, let me just give me, let me just put a... Just gonna put testing, so you know what I'm doing. Or if anybody else wants to know what I'm doing. Right, so I'm on 8,000 now. So I should be able to finish this up. That's fine. So I'm on 8,764, so that should qualify me for a high score. Put that as 2. Okay, so it's giving me that. So 38764. Okay. Then we quit that. I'll go back into it now. Because I wonder whether it will unload and then reload when I do this. Yeah, 8764. And now I'm just gonna reboot and just let me grab food as well. Disable. Right, back in a sec. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop off the viewer thing, webcam. Just while I grab something to eat. Right, so there's something to look at. Just give me a moment. And as you can see, it is saving. So that's good. So I think this port is actually done. I'll probably do some more saving testing offline just to see what else it needs, just to make sure that it can not only just save, it also saves above those scores, because if it doesn't, then there's something a little bit wrong. But it does seem to be saving at that point. Give me a moment while I kind of think of the next things that I'm going to start to port, so give me a moment. Okay, oh, I also remembered something else. The, something's missing. From the stream. And that's the chat window. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's here. Is it? No, it's fine. It's just, yeah. For some reason, it's just not showing. Ah, it's fine. It's a bit rubbish. Right, okay. Alright, let me get another window out for... Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we see this here. This is the how the source is laid out, and I'm just going to see whether I can actually port OpenLaura over. I'm not sure if I can, so we'll have to see. The first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to use the same structure, because this is the same structure that I've used for many other things. So if I take this, copy all those, go back to here, paste this in here. Doesn't really matter that we've got kind of a bin and stuff. You can just ignore that. This is from the old stuff, so we can remove that. This folder doesn't need to be there. As does this. think I need that at all, to be fair. And we're just going to switch to the project window, to the editor. I'm going to update this. So this is the make file that basically I just type in make and it just carries it all the way through. So all this is set up already. Hopefully should be okay. And then we can just have a quick run. CD. Right, let's see if it works when we type in this. I think it's pand equals 1. What I'm having a quick look at is I remembered that I put in some, because I was worried the path was getting too big, so I decided to make a script. Use a script, not that one. Definitely made a script somewhere that, oh, it's been a wrong. Dev path, what did I put in here? Got my assemblers in here. I don't think it's in it, so I need to do... Okay, that's fine. Right, so I think what it is telling me is it can't find certain things. That's okay, because the source here is all this. So if I make that an underscore... Oops, you were not seeing that. So basically I've made this here an underscore. If I go back to command prompt, try this again. Undefined reference to main. Maybe it's not open, maybe it's not SDL that's in this. Let's Microsoft project files. libx11, libgl mesa, libpulse. Right, so this needs OpenGL. Command prompt. You see C in there, so it's C language ++. This might be a problem because it's C11. I don't think Open Pandora goes that far. Forbis. Don't know what that is. Needs X11. OpenGL. Simple Pulse. What's Simple Pulse? What we got here? Got X11 there. This needs taken out. In fact, these three need taken out because it refers to dumaldum and the Allegro libraries. Let's do some looking up here. Just give me a second. I'm just looking online for the OpenGL lib switch. So this looks like it needs to be GLES. Just make files, replace IGL with ILGSCM. It's auto tools. Right, so that's what it's saying. So this here needs to be changed from this anyway. So I need to remove that. And then we need to make, so it'll be LGS. It says here LGL, we need to replace that. And then we've got X1 and we need IGL. No, I think it's not, it's LEGL. Okay. So that's that updated. It says undefined reference to main. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of, since this is the main, for some reason it's in here. So I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm going to put it in here. And let's see what happens then. And this is where we need the pulse audio. Okay. The sound server system for both 6 osses, meaning it's a proxy for your sound applications but integral. Okay. See if it's got something we need to port over. Let's see if the Pandora computer is already got it. It says all devices. Might have to have a read of that later. Maybe I can do a quick port. In fact, let me just bring in a browser window. Right. After all my attempts to get working, also Bluetooth connection, I'm opting to figure out how to get pseudo audio running. Pulse audio running. Seem to have it running but no access to the volume control. Best would be for the OE builders. Yeah, so I'm skimming through this because I just need to check to see whether somebody's not already done it. I know I said I was thinking about it, but I thought maybe not. Can argument about whether it's good or not. Let me see if the library does exist for pulse audio. Pulse sample, pulse. And it could already be in there. Oh, that's interesting. Right, hang on a minute, I've just realised something. It says fatal error, pulse audio H not there. So if I go back to the source, to here, so almost have the stripped out. See, it's not in here. That's zombie pox. What happens if I just do this for now? Because we don't really need the sound as it is. We're going to leave it out. We just want to make sure it does compile. Now it's saying no such directory for GLH. And file included in call. Alright, sorry, so we've commented out this. And it's saying call has what line number? 614. So apparently it's here. And game H. And just change the what's it saying on there? Number 4. Yeah, it still refers to call. So it's 614 then. 14 on that, which is game H, right? Okay. Let me just have a search for GL. Oh, that's interesting. It's not even finding GL.H. Oh, because I'm in the wrong bit, that's why. No, it doesn't find it. Okay. So if I add this to, I'm just gonna do include I'm going to do that again. It's still saying that there's no such valid directory in GLH. Oh wait a minute, I see where I'm missing it. It says actually the source G API GH. So let's go for the first one. What happens if I remove all this? And then I run it again. Okay. So now I'm getting all that. In fact, there's so many errors there, I can't even get back to the original one. Okay. Let's have a look at GAPI then. And that's where it's got it. What number did it say? Try it again. 85. Oh, so it is finding that it's Linux. But there, you've got the iOS stuff. OpenGLES. Maybe this could be possible. So this might be, I don't know. Because I'm reading this stuff about the GL. I might have to kind of do a lot of converting on that, but it's basically getting it this sided. So what we could do is we could amend the OS Linux, because it's as if it's seeing it anyway, because I've not made much. I've put in my own make file in. It's seen it as Linux. Oh, it must see it as Linux. I'm being silly, because this here is the Linux CPP. That's why it can see that, which is fine. Let me just double check something. Was it Linux or was it Unix I wanted? Because this is Angstrom. Right, string H. That's fine. Sys times sysstat. Don't need. Oh, I don't see them there. I'm able to remove these two. Unit standard H is fine. Should be okay. Let's try this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this as it sees it as Linux, and I'm going to call it let's see. I think I should be able to do this. Yeah, I thought it could comment out. And then basically go right, so that's worked. Well, I say worked. So you can see now it says 86 rather than 85. because I've moved that one down. Maybe if I do this instead and see if it picks up the... So I've just commented out the GL stuff. And now that's a difference. That's a much difference. So it's picked up the GLE stuff, no problem. Alright, one sec. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so let me have a look. Just checking the battery on the Pandora. Okay. In fact, I'll probably shut down the Pandora for a bit because I don't need it on. Because there's the part where we're going to be spending a lot of time. Shut that down. Working out all these bits here. I think for now, get rid of these two. I'm not going to need it. Oh, sorry, what I've done is I've got rid of the pulse and the other pulse. Okay. Even if I get rid of all these errors, and it could be the fact that I've not included something. So it's not... Maybe the C11 is not. Let me just check what C11 is. I also want to check what GCC version that's going to be, so... ridiculous, so this could be a waste of time. Oh, I could just change it in the make file. It's still time to set up. Okay, let's just see if there's anything that I can so we're just going to do some more research. I'm just looking up the caster type other than integral. Or numeration cannot appear in a constant expression. Stack Overflow. Right, it's a C++ error 11 thing, and I think that's the issue. Which means this might have to be rewritten if I have to port it, but because I don't think code sorcery will do. I didn't think this was going to be a problem. So let's try to compile VCMI. Compiling this is C++98 code, reads the forming 11 compiler. And that's all that was mentioned. Maybe this needs to be in the C flags, not in the LD flags, because that there, let me just, sorry, this there is a LD flag. Maybe I need to put it here. See what happens if I do this. Yep. I'm trying to get the you should put here, can you should put no, so I could strip out all the options. Right, so I've got one. Let me just open up research again. So this here. Okay. So what have I got for March? It's RMV7-A. However, more recent Linux versions and compiler targeting even the ARM5 are working on SMP systems. The GCC version with its support make it just... I've definitely got an ARMv7. So it says GCC 481 was the first feature complete implementation of the 2011 C++ standard, previously known as C++ 0x. This mode can be selected with the standard command. Right, so if I do... I'm sure that was just tried this. std equals C++ 11. Recognize command option. Let's try GNU++. Nope. In fact, let's try. So I'm changing that to C++ 0x. No, it doesn't do it. Okay. Yeah, I got a feeling that was going to happen. So it looks like I've got two choices. I have a code it all, which I ain't doing. Actually thinking about it though, this was running on a GBA and I can't imagine the GBA has C+11. Okay, let's try. I know you guys can't see it, sorry. Just having to bounce between two different things. What's another way I can find out? Have a look at the code sorcery folder. Maybe that'll tell me. That's not giving me anything. This tells me about Java. "441". That's what it looks like. So C11 came in at 4.7. Right, let me try. I'm just going to add in the std equals C++. Sorry. GNU plus plus 0x. Maybe that will give me a difference. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm still getting that whether integral or constant expression thing. So no, I don't think this has anything like that. So it's either needing an upgrade tool chain or this point probably isn't going to be done. I mean, I could probably go through and get rid of some of the errors. It's still not going to be worth it, I don't think. Let me have a quick look at the web version. Maybe I can get around it. So I'm wondering whether the web version is using... Let's have a look at the build. Still using C++11. That's WASM. EGL, which is something that I'd seen. OpenGL. This version did say add an EGL context. but it comes, excuse me, it comes up with EGL port. As well as we've got iOS, Android, OS X, PSP, PS Vita. What's PSP on? So it uses the audio lib for the PSP. But this uses a standard C++. It doesn't use ++11. What else was it doing? So it had PSP. So maybe I would have to rewrite the main just for this particular one. Makes sense, but I'm not sure I've got the not sure if I'm good enough as a porter to do that, to be honest. Now I've got this is the main source code, so it must have GBA stuff in it, but I don't see where that is, unless somebody's not put that up yet. C9, that's another one with the C11. A sound. Is that ALSA? Apparently, Libe Sound 2 dev packages is in Ubuntu. I don't know what Clover is. I mean, it's definitely a Linux variant. And there's the EGL. Yeah, ALSA SoundLib. I wonder whether this is the better option. I'm just going to copy the Clover one. I'll put it into the main window. Overwrite it. Reload that. And then And that doesn't really say much because it says you dev bought. That's it there. I'm just gonna comment that out. Doesn't have Elsa's sound. Comment that out. Well, these are here are gonna be obvious. But I am getting this again. But the interesting thing is, under this clover, well, they got a Cortex A7, ARM 7 VE. Just get rid of all this crap. I'm going to go back to the make file here. ARM 7 VA, Cortex A8, Cortex A7. Ooh, maybe. So this is a Cortex 1 down. If I can find out what this, see, look, CLAN standard 11 there. There's ELES, EGL, LP thread. Fuck. What is Clover though? Cortex A57. ARM V8A. It's just trying to find something that I can base it on. B7A. ARM V8, so that's a bit too high. It's interesting in this make file, you don't see any reference to what's .nro? .nro. Ah, that's the Nintendo Switch one. Clover EFI is a bootloader developed to boot OS X or Hackintoshes, Windows and Linux in a legacy or UEFI mode. See, this is a bit the closest I could get to it because it's got the architecture, the Cortex A7 against the let's get rid of this one and that's fine. Cortex A8. It's this here that confuses me because it doesn't have a standard C11 unless somebody somewhere has found an updated tool chain for it. Maybe that's all I need to do is find an updated tool chain, but I'm gonna minute. Okay, so I'm looking for tool chain for Open Pandora. Dated ARM 2013, so that should include C++ 11. Apologies if you're kind of a bit, I know it's not the most interesting, but sometimes some of these things can just be a bit like spending most of your time trying to, especially for me, trying to look around for solutions. Right, I wonder whether I've got the 2009 version, because just pull this in. So this is the cross compiler it's talking about that I'm currently reading. And I've got the Code Sorcery one. But I don't know whether the release is a 2009 one that's about here. If it is, maybe I just need to update the code. And I can't get in anymore because it's got Siemens all over it. Unless I did still have the... Let me just see if I do. Yeah, this has changed. It's been taken over by Siemens, as in the phone company. It says Code Sorcery hosts a bunch of cross-compiling suites of various platforms in their site. Some editions have to be paid for, but they do have light versions. I also have access to this. That's not letting me push me through a sign in, and that was one of the things it said. Head up to here. Recommended at time of writing is 2009 Q3, which is probably the one that I got. So if I try Codebench 2 2012, which you can see at the bottom, which is this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just download that. Well, let me download it. Or is it not letting me download it because I need to sign in? Right. I've arguably got some... I'm going to kill the stream for today. What I'm going to do off stream is I'm going to try and get an updated version. I'm not going to kill the version that I've got because it works. I'm going to get an updated version just to see if it allows me to compile and stuff. And then maybe I can get past the C++11 errors, because I think that's the issue there. If it is, if I can do that, that should be okay. And then basically I'll keep both versions so I can swap between the two if I need to. So yeah, thanks for kind of putting up with me going and and everything like that on this. It can be a pain, to be honest, especially when you've got like an old device, or kind of handheld device. It's obvious that OpenLara has been done because I've just seen the code, so that I just need to get the updated compiler stuff and see if that works. And then next Friday, if I do get it working next Friday, we can carry on with this and maybe I can get a bit further. If not, I'm gonna already download it. Not download it. I'm gonna order a power pack for the cradle that's up there, and then we can go one device behind and try GP2X, because that's got a few things that I need to finish off for, and I'm already partway through anyway, so I can easily pick up on that one. It's just I actually thought that I hadn't finished with Zombie Pox, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do some test offline, and then I'm gonna upload it and I'm gonna see what happens. So anyway, thanks everybody for turning up. I'm just gonna switch this to the other stream. Schedule is I'll be back on Sunday for Tomb Raider. That's Tomb Raider on the Dreamcast. Then we got Mega Monday, which everybody knows about, or at least most of you know about. And then Tuesday, I'm not quite sure. I am in this Tuesday, so it's fine. I'm not unavailable. So yeah, let's go and see who is available, and then we can do a raid. Well, I know who we've not raided in a while. Let's do a Nikki and Bunty raid. It is Friday, so why not? Let's get it ready. In fact, I might as well just start the raid now. Right, thanks for again, thanks everybody for turning up. I'll see you on Sunday where I can actually get some gaming done. Yeah, I'll try and get back to this next Friday. So until then, I will see you later. Bye.